Yeah, from our side, I don't think Girish is going to join today because I think he's on vacation. I'm not sure he's going to join, but most likely he's not.
Surya is also on PTO, I think. She usually moderates this meeting, right?
Yes,
I
yeah,
hope.
yeah. I think most of the folks are probably recovering from the KubeCon and OBS Conf.
Okay. Uh, so in the agenda, it's only me who added a topic. I don't really know what other things we usually do in this meeting. I think we review upstream issues that are important to be addressed, but I do not keep track of those. So probably we can skip that part for the next meeting.
Yeah, I don't see most of the kind of stakeholders like Tim or Nadia or Girish or anyone on the call.
Okay, let me share the agenda for
Yeah,
1 second. Let's see if
sure.
anyone. Uh, 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 can you guys see what I'm sharing? Because I'm not sure I'm doing it correctly.
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay, so thank you. The only item that we have for agenda today is an item that I added, so that's what I took over to moderate. I guess I was interested. So my only question is if anyone is aware of our history flossing contract entries on service updates. OVN provides an option to the load balancers that is called CT flush that we are not using. And I also noticed that in our services, we only flush UDP entries on updates while we flush TCP and UDP updates on service deletion. And that might be related to the reason why we don't use CT flush option in load balancers as well. So I was just wondering if anyone is aware of why do we behave this way? Or
Yeah, I think we did have some issues with I'm trying to remember now with CT entries and for UDP, especially UDP. I think we flush we because there's a timeout for UDP, right? And it's hard for UDP to kind of get deleted by any graceful, like unlike TCP. So maybe there's some aspect of that to flushing UDP on updates. But yeah, I have to go back and look. I think there's some history behind that.
okay, thank you. So it is safe to say it would be safe to say that it is correct for us to be flushing UDP on service updates for contract entries that might be stale, right?
Yes,
So
I
I guess that.
think so. I think so. But again, this is based on my recollection. I'm sure I'm forgetting some things.
Okay, thank you.
And
And are you guys aware?
why
Sorry,
are
go
we not using CT Flash, right? I don't know the details. I think Surya might, but from my understanding, this was an option that was added after we've requested it. So the answer might be as simple as we asked Oven to add a feature and we didn't follow up.
Okay, yeah, that might be the case, but if we imagine a future where we use that option, right, we wouldn't be able to do this specific handling where we are only flushing UDP on updates, right? Because maybe if we use this option, OVN would also flush TCP entries, right?
Right. And that might be something that's okay, right? Uh, I'm not sure which updates are being discussed here, but I think if you remove an endpoint, do you still keep the TCP session?
So the updates that I'm talking about here specifically are endpoint updates. So let's say that an endpoint goes away, or a new
Right.
endpoint goes away, and also service spec updates. So let's say you update a node port or a target port.
Right. So yeah, in both of those cases, I wouldn't like to have the connection there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there was a reason that I'm unaware of, but to me it seems that if an endpoint goes away or a service definition changes, I would like to interrupt all the existing connections.
Okay. Are you guys aware of any place where? Well, I guess my question is, I don't think this is. I don't think this behavior is defined from a Kubernetes standard standpoint, right? This is implementation defined, I guess. And do we document our implementation specific behavior somewhere? I tried to look into throughout our docs, and I didn't see anything for common Kubernetes features.
I'm unaware of this. Sorry.
Okay.
Unless there is a conformance test, right? I don't think it's documented.
So there is actually a new conformance test.
Oh yeah. So I think someone like Surya and probably Dan Winship would know the story, why those were added, right?
Yeah, thanks for the suggestion. Dan Winship would be probably the appropriate person to raise this issue. Okay, thank you, Patrick. What I'm going to do is I'm going to keep this point for next week's agenda in case anyone else has any additional information. Thank you. And I'll talk with Dan Winship for sure. Thanks, Patrick. I don't know. So if there's no other topics that anyone wants to talk about, I guess we can call it a day.
Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
I just want to bring up the topic on our Kubernetes MCP server. Can I get an idea of when that first MR or the initial MR would be getting merged? I mean, I think we have enough plus ones, just that someone has to approve.
Yeah, sorry about that. So Surya is going to work towards it, but she had a ton of PTO and then the KubeCon and VSCon, so she should be back this week, and I'll try to nudge her a bit to get this in.
Cool, thank you. I think there are other MRs too. I'll review them maybe this week, and yeah, we can. When is the ET? I mean, are we targeting something, or it's just we're gonna wait
I
as
don't think there is any specific deadline for this, but we
okay.
want to make progress on it. And I know someone added yet another PR, I think. I've did the SOS report one, and I think someone followed up with another one, but I don't have the details right now. Sorry.
That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, thanks for the update. I think I'll take a look at those two MRs maybe this week and let you guys know.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Any other topics? Okay, if not, let's call it a day, and we'll see you guys on 8th of December in a couple of weeks. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye. Thanks.